two. Whoops, what happened there?
Well, okay, yeah, I see.
Oh, no, it's recording.
Yes.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So good evening, everybody, and good afternoon, wherever you may be. My name is Kevin Duguay, and welcome to the Voxx Life presentation with Voxx Life and ZFIT. Just before we get started, I would like to share my disclaimer in regards to our technology. So none of the statements or materials in this talk or presentation have been evaluated by the FDA. Statements or representations are not intended to be, diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. None of the statements should be construed as dispensing medical advice or making claims regarding a cure or disease. Any health claims shared by my guests, hosts, co-hosts, viewers, or subscribers are understood to be true and accurate but have not been verified. Results may not be typical and may vary from person to person, so you should consult a licensed healthcare professional before starting any healthcare protocol or health device, especially if you are pregnant or have pre-existing injuries or medical conditions. So on that point, very excited to have you on the call here, wherever you may be watching. This will be about a 30-minute presentation between myself, Ted Patterson, and somebody that you all know with Bert Zimmerman. So you can see by the slide, one of our mottos is the neural path to faster wellness. So we're going to share some information pertaining to this, and especially with you folks involved with an active lifestyle, which is a big part of maintaining a wellness journey. You're going to see how this all fits in with what you already love to do, and how I believe when we finish this, you'll see how it's going to be able to enhance the experience that you have in regards to any type of physical activity that you may be involved in, or what you may be involved in regard to teaching. So before we get into learning about Ted and myself, I wanted you, because we're doing this for Bernd and your family, quote unquote, to hear from Bernd and his experience of why we are doing this. So why Voxx Life and what is this all about? So no better way to start this than to hear from yours truly, Bernd Zimmerman. So Bernd, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. And first of all, I appreciate your efforts for you and for Ted explaining here the technique and further details. I met the inventor and the owner of the company, Jay, who came to our studio here in Los Angeles, now in the meantime 3 years ago. When everything got started, and I'm impressed what was happening here in the meantime. You know, my business with Nordic Walking, where I'm the founder and president from the American Nordic Walking Association, as well as the Smoothie Vibro Swing, and all what we are doing here in our local studio on location, indoor, outdoor, and internationally, has to do that a lot of our clients have neurological disorders. And so we try to combine it, and it's a perfect supplement and a good match. For instance, everybody has to walk. Now, if it's walking or if it's Nordic walking, they need socks or insoles. So how everything started out. The same, of course, here with a Smoothie Vibro Swing system. We have other European products like the Bellicon, the Bema, and actually I personally tried it out with a different type of socks, athletics, and I switched over to the wellness. In the meantime, they have new products like the patches and so on. And I'm the kind of guy, I have to find out myself first how I feel about it and if it works. Because then I can, from my own experience, speak for it. Yes, it works for me. And I just want to confirm it absolutely works for me. And I'm very happy to be a partner of the Voxx Life group. And actually, I came from my friend and partner in Nordic Walking, Gottfried Kürmer, and his friend Gernot Vaderbauer in Canada on board. but now in the meantime, we offer it all to our clients who do Nordic walking, who do walking, who do smoothie, and everything what they are doing. And in the meantime, with a new product line, which I tasted out, all what I can say so far, it's absolutely integrated in all of our offered services, and I just love the product. And now I'm happy that you, as experts, can give us a little bit more specific details so that we can share it with our customers.
Great. Well, Bern, I really appreciate the fact that, as you mentioned, and this is a big part of any experiential moment with anybody, is you have to try it for yourself and see how it fits for you. So we're gonna get into that, folks, and share some of these components of what of what Bernd alluded to. And I just want to give you just a brief background of where I'm coming from, because most of you probably don't know me. My name is Kevin Duguay. My background is sports medicine and athletic therapy. I've been in this field for almost 40 years. I've worked in a wide range of sports, as you can see on the slide in front of you, from amateur to professional athletics to national with the national soccer program here in Canada. I've worked with the Canadian military for 7 years. I teach with personal trainers, and this journey has taken me through a wide range of groups and demographics, and from children to seniors and everything in between. And it was always about helping people as a therapist. And several years ago, and to be exact, it was 6 years ago, was when I came into this technology. And what I share with people is just like you on the call here, in regards to, you need to go Nordic walking to experience to see whether you like it or not. And our technology is no different. And so we call this the personal practical experience, where you not only need to read about it, and that's one thing, but it's to actually put it on your body and go about whatever you love to do and see how it impacts you on what you benefit from in regards to physical exercise. So you can see on the slides that in regards with our work with seniors, whether you are able-bodied or challenged or inconvenienced, to what we do in the gymnasium in regards to the fitness side of things, in regards to this demonstration we do called lateral flies to fatigue, to different ways you can wear the technology, dealing with range of motion. There's a lot of cool ways that you can test it for yourself and measure your own metrics in regards to that. So for those of you that have never seen this before, I'm going to play two simple videos. They're about 60 seconds long each, but I'm going to show you the impact that this wearable neurotechnology has on the body. So when I talk to people who love to walk and I ask them, how important is balance, power, stability, stamina, range of motion to a walker? It's always the same answer. They go, it's really important, Kev. I said, well, if I could show you how it could virtually instantly improve your balance, power, stability, stamina, range of motion, endurance, is that of interest to you? Absolutely. This is so important for me. So let me show you what we do. So the video on the left is, I'm going to play this without the audio. I'm going to cue you through this. But this is an individual I met in Toronto. His name is George. George has cerebral palsy. Okay. So I'm going to show you very quickly with a dynamic stability demonstration that we do with the tech. So you can see George here on the left. And if my mouse cooperates with me, there we go. And so what we had the individual do is they're standing upright like a tree, fist over fist, and I'm going to push down on his fists and watch what happens. His heels are going to come off the ground, and he comes forward so he can't stand straight. He comes forward, comes back down again. So he experiences that. You can see his right arm does not function well because of his CP. So I do it again. Same demo. He comes up on his heels. Okay, because he has a neurological inconvenience. Now he steps on the technology. We'll get into this in a minute. Watch the difference with his balance, power, and stability. I'm 170 pounds. I'm pushing down on George, and he doesn't move. He is like planted in cement. Okay, so I can share with you on the call here, in 6 years performing this demo, nobody passes the demo. You're going to see this here on the right side now. I'm going to cue it up to the 1 minute mark. And this is a professional Canadian football player. For my Americans, an American football player. This gentleman is Jacob Ruby. He's 6'7", 320 pounds. Okay, I am 5'10", 170. Okay, watch what happens. So 6'7", 320, 5'10", 170. This is lateral stability. Okay, this is side-to-side balance. So this is him with what he knows about balance and stability. So he locks his elbow. I pull straight up. He's going to resist me. So I command him, push into my fist. Don't let me lift your arm up. I want you to stay tall like a tree. Don't let me lift your arm up. I slowly come up on his arm. Watch what happens. Okay, it's a 150-pound difference. Easy. It's like I blow on him, I could move him. I'll go do it again. Because his friends are in the gym are looking at, I understand this. 6'7", 320. Just move him. Simple. Now he stands on the technology. Watch the difference. Same technique. Pull up. I'm bringing the house. He doesn't move. And it's like, holy jumping. This is great. So I go off again. So let me bring it back to what you know about balance and stability. No, nothing there. That's the difference. So this is what we have. I'll leave it at that. This is what we have with this technology in regards to its implication on how it affects you as an individual and your quality of life. So why do we have what's so special is the following. So we work, this technology works on the most important system in the body. And you can Google this, everybody. You can go on Google and you can type in, what is the most important system in the body? Every single search engine will tell you it's the nervous system. Why? First of all, it's the first system that's formed in the womb. And what does it do? It controls and regulates all the other systems in your body. And if you know anybody that has a neurological inconvenience, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, of how it affects the body in a myriad of ways. And we're going to show you what the technology does to optimize your neurology. So when you look at the brain, it's a huge engine. Okay, 20% of your energy is going towards the brain. Why? It's running every single system in the body. So this is what our tech does, and this is the beauty of our technology. It's very, very simple. So we have a scientific slide, but what I find with most people, just explain it to me in English, Kev. Okay, no problem. So what does it do? There's a pattern that we have. You can see it here on the bottom of the sock. What it does is it triggers a neural response through your peripheral nervous system, AKA touch. It's using the peripheral nervous system in your feet through a pattern that your nervous system picks up the pattern. Where it's processed via touch, the central nervous system, all goes back to the brain. And what it does is it puts the brain into this term here called homeostasis or balance. Okay? And what happens? You feel the difference, just like you saw in the video. So when you saw that football player at 6'7", 320 pounds, in my 6-year journey doing that demo, there are no professional athletes that pass that demo. And they are not happy campers, trust me. They are dropping some big 4-letter words because they don't understand this. They're looking at the outside of their body and they go, this doesn't make any sense. It's not about the outside of your body. It's about your brain, because your brain runs everything. One of the things that, again, with Barrett and Nordic walking and the simplicity and the harmony between the two, no pun intended, is one of the key things that we have, which a lot of people love about our technology, is drug-free. So it's a natural product. It's using your own nervous system. It's not invasive. And you look at the bullet list here, it's simple to use. I've used this on an 18-month-old with a neurological inconvenience, all the way up to a 101-year-old and everything in between, okay? And the bottom line is very, very powerful. No side effects, okay? I'm gonna show you some numbers here in a second, but before we do that, I'm gonna pass this over to my teammate, Ted Patterson, and Ted is going to share with you a little about his story, and then we're gonna get into some of the numbers and the metrics of the technology And you're going to see the marriage of this tech with what you guys love to do in regards to your activity, AKA Nordic walking, and the benefit with the tech. So Ted, all over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm a 75-year-old personal trainer. I specialize in seniors fitness and post-rehab exercise. As a senior myself, I realize how important it is to maintain strong muscles and bones and to lubricate the joints of the body by moving. Kevin Duguay, our host, introduced me to Voxx Life products during my post-rehab exercise course that I took with him. I was amazed at the increase in strength, balance, and stability. I had to get these products on my seniors. The seniors I train range in age from 57 to 87. One couple, ages 84 and 87, improved strength, balance, and energy, making it easier to carry out activities of daily living, and they're still going strong at 88 and 91. Another of my clients is in her 60s, and she suffers from fibromyalgia. Voxx Life socks help to reduce joint pain, gave her more energy, improved sleep, and reduced restless leg syndrome. My breakthrough moment came when I got plantar fasciitis. This is a strained ligament in the foot caused from running hills in my case. I've had it twice. The first time around, I bought $400 orthotics, and it took me months to get back running. The second time was about the time I'd been introduced to the Voxx Life insoles. It helped me reduce foot pain dramatically, and I was back running in weeks. Next slide, please. So why are we making such an impact with Voxx Life Human Performance Technology, or HPT? It's in the brainstem. As Kevin said earlier, the brainstem is the first part of the brain to develop in the embryo. It's the last to go when we die. It's a central control unit of the nervous system. It sits on top of the spinal cord, controlling how we react mentally and physically. Our human performance technology sends a coded message to the brainstem, placing it into homeostasis or a balanced state, maximizing our performance physically and mentally. The immediate impact is greater strength, power, balance, stability, posture, and range of motion. Subsequently, we achieve improved pain management, energy, alertness, and focus. The next slide shows the numbers of aging and the importance of fall prevention. It's absolutely critical that we prevent falls in our senior population, and this is why. There's a 65% mortality rate in seniors over a 2-year period who fall and break a hip. A 50-year-old woman has a 40% chance of developing hip, vertebrae, or wrist fractures in her lifetime. 23% of women who have a hip fracture die within a year, and men are not exempt. 1 in 5 men will have an osteoporotic hip fracture in their lifetime, and 37% will die within a year. Patients who are bedridden lose bone at the rate of 1% per week. Add muscular atrophy, which is a wasting away of the muscles while bedridden, and there's little chance of recovery. In seniors, 80% of all fractures are osteoporosis related. Next slide, please. The next slide shows the importance of posture to prevent falls. Many factors impact our balance as we age, such as hearing and vision. Just try standing on one foot and closing your eyes. You'll see what I mean. Even touch. If you're a diabetic and cannot feel the changes in surface, such as moving from cement to grass, this will affect your ability to adjust to surfaces, causing falls. You can see by these pictures, as we age, we can become rounded at the shoulders and assume a stoop position. Coupled with the fact that we become less aware of the position of our extremities, such as our feet, we tend to look down to see where we're stepping. We're now 25% of the way over, and a trip or uneven ground can cause a fall. Now, staying with this slide, here's why Nordic Walking and Voxx Life are perfect partners. Nordic Walking improves strength, posture, balance, and stability by using Nordic walking poles. Nordic walkers look ahead, promoting erect posture. They take longer strides, improving gait and speed. Many seniors are so slow, they cannot make it across an intersection before the light changes. Nordic walkers move their arms, helping balance. And Nordic walkers walk with greater confidence. Voxx Life Tech helps by increasing strength, 17%. Voxx Life assists Nordic walkers with improved balance and stability by 31%, which is an 8 times fall reduction for seniors. The benefits of Nordic walking are out of doors. The benefits of Voxx Life are also inside, where 55% of falls occur. Seniors can wear socks or a patch inside. The next slide gives us more of the performance metrics of Voxx Life products and why we work so well together. As you know, Nordic walking uses 90% of your muscles. We can see in this slide that Voxx Life boosts muscular strength by 17% and power by 22%. Nordic walking improves posture, balance, and stability. As we said earlier, Voxx Life Tech improves balance and stability by 31% and 8 times fall reduction for seniors. Nordic walking improves upper body range of motion. Voxx Life increases range of motion by 15 degrees on average. Nordic walking reduces back, shoulder, and neck pain. Voxx Life HPT in a 1,000-person study showed a 98% reduction in plantar fasciitis and foot pain. I know, HPT worked for me to reduce my plantar fasciitis foot pain. Nordic walking improves heart and lung function. Voxx Life products help to regulate heart rate, blood pressure, and respiratory function. The next slide talks about how Voxx Life technology positively impacts neurological health. Nordic walking supports stress management by improving mood through exercise. Voxx Life products support neurological health by placing the brainstem into homeostasis or a balanced state. Brain function is improved by 36% on average. Our brain mapping studies show that human performance technology takes an overactive brain, which causes anxiety and stress, and brings the brain back into a balanced state, allowing it to relax. The same technology takes an underactive brain in a depressed state and heightens activity in the brain, increasing its response. The individual is now prepared to go either way, either highly responsive or able to relax. In other words, you're in control of your emotions. Next, we'll quickly go through the Voxx Life sock and insole product offering. First, our athletic socks. The blue sock on the left is our athletic no-show. It's a type of sock you might wear in the gym, playing golf, or tennis, or even Nordic walking. It has some compression in the arch for support, and of course, the human performance technology is just under the ball of the foot. Next, we have the mini crew, which comes just over the ankle, and the athletic crew, which comes partway up the calf, and our knee high. All have gradual compression up the back of the calf muscle. The knee high is popular with athletes, and many people find them great for reducing swelling because of the compression running up the full length of the calf. The mini crew also comes in an extra small for kids. We've been having great results helping calm kids with autism. Above the athletic socks are our wellness socks, which are diabetic approved with no elastic, a seamless toe closure, and a double sole for comfort. They look like a dress sock. There's even one with a non-slip sole to prevent slipping on smooth floors. Next slide, please. The socks in the upper left-hand corner are liner socks. They are a thin material so they can be worn under socks such as uniform socks, and of course they have the tech under the ball of the foot. Below the liners are the low-profile socks for wearing with flats or sneakers. To the right of the liner socks are the dress socks, and below them are hiking or boot socks, which are thicker with full cushion support. All Voxx Life socks have the human performance technology woven into the ball of the foot. They are moisture wicking and antibacterial. And now the insole slide. The orange, blue, and red insoles at the top are usually worn in athletic shoes or boots. You can see the human performance technology is in the oval just under the ball of the foot. The orange insole is our original or our classic. The blue insole is the Bliss, which is the most cushioned and best for people on their feet all day. The red insole is the Rush. It is less cushioning to allow a good base to push off from when an athlete is starting and stopping or making cuts to change direction. And finally, we have the thin insoles that can be worn in dress shoes. And people in warmer climates even cobble them into sandals. And now for a few final comments from me. It's critical to demonstrate the Voxx Life products. The demonstration includes lateral stability and balance, which you saw earlier, to prevent sideways falls for seniors performing daily activities such as getting in and out of a car or reaching up into a cupboard. Also for athletes wanting to move quickly laterally, or even when you're out Nordic walking. The other test is for dynamic stability and balance. It's the key for gait control. How we walk, run, and stand depends on dynamic stability. It also reduces fall risks. Improved range of motion. This gives you greater flexibility. As we age, muscles get stiff and tight. Increased range of motion means you can move easier and more freely. The demo is also critical because the change you feel in strength, balance, and stability is jaw-dropping. You cannot undo what your body just felt. The Voxx Life products cross all segments of the population, including all ages from kids to seniors, as well as athletes of all ages and levels of ability. Voxx Life products are a perfect partner for ZFIT and Nordic Walking. We're all in this to help people with health and wellness. Our mission at Voxx Life is to help 1 billion people, and we're just getting started. In 4 years, we've helped over 5 million people and have over 50,000 unsolicited testimonials. We see with our Voxx Life products, enhanced pain management, better postural stability, improved balance, more mobility, and increased power. Combine that with Nordic Walking, and we have a completely enhanced quality of life. It's the new you. Whatever your best was before is now at a new level. When 85% of people who go to the doctor complain of low energy and some kind of pain, they're looking for help with their quality of life. We have an opportunity together to help our friends and our family and begin a wellness revolution. Back to you, Kev.
Thanks, Ted. You know, it's been an amazing adventure, folks, of what we've been able to see and be a part of with a journey with neurotechnology in helping people. And, you know, what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to play a quick slide here. This is a video we have on YouTube. It's 30 seconds long, but you're going to see here. So this is what's called the brain mapping that Ted alluded to. So this is quantitative electroencephalogram, or QEEG for short. And you can see by the colors here on the bottom image that red and yellow are above, or, you know, 4 deviations, 2 deviations above normal. Green is the optimal color. Now, you saw what happened with George and Jacob on the lateral stability and dynamic stability demo. So in order for that to happen as quickly, the change must have happened in the brain. So I'm going to play the video with Dr. DeBrincat when he got brain mapped, and watch what happens to his brain.
We're about to see is specifically my limbic system only, and then I'm going to step on the insoles and watch what happens to the limbic system, which controls your emotions and how you feel, okay?
Steps on the tech.
This is my limbic system. Now my feet just got placed on the insoles, and we want it all green.
So what you just saw doesn't exist anywhere in the world, okay? So what you saw was in 7 seconds, Dr. DeBrincat's brain just changed. In other words, it was optimized. I have personally been brain mapped. I was brain mapped 3 weeks ago by one of my doctors here in Toronto. And I've been wearing the tech for 6 years. When I came into this technology, there was no brain mapping at the time when we started. And I saw a report card with my brain, and it was unbelievable what I saw transpire in a matter of minutes with this technology. So when you're watching this and you're looking at this, I encourage you, just as you've done in your own Nordic walking journey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And between Bernd, myself, and Ted, contact information is on the screen. I encourage you to do your own due diligence. Reach out to either of us, and more specifically to Bernd, and you can do your own experiment. You can do your own personal study with this tech. And when you see when you experience what you experience with this technology, you can't refute that, because you know your numbers, you know how you feel through the course of a day. And Ted talked about helping people. When you get to help your own mother and your father and your nephews and your nieces and your own children, there's nothing more profound. And it's about giving people a better quality of life. Why? Because we only have one life on this planet. we're all trying to be the best we can, and all of us on this call understand the value of being physically active. So when you take what you've learned as a Nordic walker and what you've learned about your body, and you add this to your routine or your recipe, as I call it, and then you go walking with the technology, see what I'm talking about. And this is the beauty of what we do. So I'm going to close on this. I have a favorite, my line with Voxx Life is, you can't unexperience what you have experienced. There's no doctor, there's no medical professional, there's nobody that can tell you what you haven't experienced. No, because it's you. So again, I encourage you. And on that note, I want to thank Ted and Barrett for being a part of this. This call has been recorded and it will be shared to the ZFIT site. And again, we're on a mission here to help. And we look forward to hearing from you and helping you in your journey to be the best that you can be. So on that note, I will stop the recording.